Good morning, children. How are you? Hope all of you are doing fine. Now, continuation of Civics Chapter 1, the Indian Constitution. In the last video, we discussed about the first feature of the Indian Constitution, that is federalism. Now, we are going to learn about the second feature. So, children, here is the second feature is parliamentary form of government. What do you understand by heading parliamentary form of government? A form of government based of parliament, that is elected representative. In our country, we choose the leader and that leaders sits in the parliament and they make the laws. And thus our country runs. This is known as parliamentary form of government. In this parliamentary form of government, how the work done here, the elected representative represent in parliament. Who is elected representative? One, we choose and send them in parliament, they are called elected representative and they runs the country. Next, Constitution of India guarantees adult suffrage, that is universal adult suffrage. What is universal adult suffrage? Voting rights to all irrespective of caste, creed, color, rich, poor, literate or illiterate. So who elects the elected representative? Your own country people. You know, about 18 years of age are eligible to cast their vote, where by people of India indirectly elected their representative. So these people sit in the parliament and runs our country. At the same time, they can contest in election also. You know how they runs the country by making laws, discuss issues, debates. Like this, they runs the country. So this is known as parliamentary form of government. At the same time, you are the voters as well as you can contest the election same time. In a monarchy, there is no chance of any to contest the election or any to take part in any official or post. So but in a democracy provide you with political rights and right to hold any office or any post. So every person can vote and as well as they can stand in election is a basic fundamental rights. Next, under parliamentary form of government, people elect their representative. These representatives are accountable to the people. What is accountable to the people? If anything is in our country like happens, like rise in the prices, the petrol or essential commodity, they are, we can question them and they are the answerable to us. So these leaders are accountable to us because we have given a chance to give the power to them, so they have to give the answer. This is the parliamentary form of government. Our third feature is separation of powers. What do you understand by heading? That means dividing or sharing of powers. You know, in India we have three organs of the government. What are the three organs of the government? Legislature, executive, and judiciary. So separation of powers, you and me, that means you are distributing our work. Understood? For example, in your school, you are in the class, there's a class of 40 students, so we have divided the power in what ways, like giving the has a head of the monitor for the boys and monitor for the girls. So we have divided the power, same dividing and sharing of power. Why, how and where, they are the three organs which I told you. Now we are sharing powers between legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature means one who legislates the laws, that is a member of parliament of member of legislative assembly who sit in the parliament as well as in the assembly. What is executive? One who executes, group of people who is responsible for implementing laws, example police or prime minister, etc. What is judiciary? Judiciary is system of court in the country, example supreme court and high. Why power is shared? Power is shared to prevent the misuse of power by any one organs of the government. So constitution says that each of these organs should exercise different powers. This development system is called check and balance. Check and balance is developed through separation of powers. Understood? So our fourth features, fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are basic rights. Fundamental rights are referred as the conscience of the Indian Constitution. Learning from the past experience of colonial rule, they exploited our rights, so that's why it was need to have a fundamental right. So our constitution makers wanted to ensure a set of written rights that would guard against the misuse of state. So fundamental rights protect citizen against the arbitrary. Arbitrary was, that is, one-sided and absolute exercise of power by state as well as other in the individuals. So fundamental rights guarantees the rights of minorities against majorities. So you see in the blue box, it has given all 6 fundamental rights. So you have to read it and understand it. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar observation about fundamental rights. What are the twofold objectives? The first one is every citizen must be in a position to claim those rights. Second, these rights must be binding upon every authority that has got the power to make a law. So Indian Constitution also have a section called Directive Principle of State Policy. This section includes to ensure greater social and economic reforms and to the independent state. So our last feature is secularism. So what is the meaning of secularism? Not connected with religious matter, or no religion is given extra benefits, nor any religion is ignored on any matter. Then what is secular state? A state which does not officially promote any one religion as the state religion. Just like the game of football, change of consecutive rules will affect the game. So Indian constitution had been amended over the years to reflect concern of the polity. Often major change in the constitution means a change in the fundamental rights of the country. So what we saw in the case of Nepal and how it needed to adopt a new constitution, so after it became a democracy. So understood, this was the secularism of the fifth features of the constitution, Indian constitution. So children, this is the conclusion of this civics chapter 1. So inshallah we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day.